And today you're going to learn that you're also going to see an EY at the end of words that makes the same sound as that Y. So you'll see either a Y or an EY at the end of multisyllable words, and they both say E. You're going to see that EE after words that have a double L in it, like valley, or after words that after the letter N, as in money, or after the letter trying to think of another example, after a K, like in turkey. That's when you'll see that EY after an N or a K or an LL usually. So let's practice that. So today we're going to teach our subconscious to recognize EY as one grapheme that makes one sound, and the sound is E. As you'll notice, it follows the tap 2 rule. That E in EY says its name because there's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. So you don't have to wonder or try to remember what EY says. It will usually say E. Sometimes it won't, but usually it will say E. It follows the tap 2 rule. All right, let me share my screen. And we will get reading. All right, so I'm going to start marking this first word. We have an E right here because of those 2 consonants. We have another E right here because of those 2 consonants that are after it. And here is our EY that we're learning, just says E. So our sounds are E, D, E, M, P, R, E. One sound at a time. Edempry, edempry, edempry. Make sure that you grab that R right there. Edempry. Because that's one of those letters that can just sneak out without our permission, but we're learning to control those. All right, try yours over here. Grab that R and make sure that your TR is articulated with a lot of clarity, so it doesn't turn into a lazy sound that sounds kind of like a CHR. We don't want CHR sound. We want the TR sound with that T nice and spit, t, and then that pronounced and not slipped away. So this E says because of the tap 2 rule. There are 2 consonants after it. Same with this one. Here's our EY that says E. So our sounds are P, S, T, E. Combining the sounds, epestry, epestry. Make sure you spit out the sound of that T so it doesn't turn into a lazy CH sound. We don't want epestry. We want that T articulated and that R intentional. Epestry, epestry. Number 2. Okay, so here we have a 3-letter consonant blend. Make sure we grab each sound. This E says because there are 2 consonants after it. Here is our reading hack for the day. EY says E. Our sounds are S, T, M, E. Stremmy, stremmy, stremmy. Make sure you grab each one of these sounds in that consonant blend. Try yours over here. Now here's what might be tempting to happen for your tongue. It might be tempted to put an R sound after the F, because of the shape that your mouth is in when it makes that F, it might accidentally slip an R sound in there, or the R just wants to slip in that spot. Force it out of there. Make sure that no R is in that word. Okay, so our E is going to say eh because there are two consonants after it. It's short sound. EY says E. It doesn't come after an L, an R, or an LL, an N, or a K in a lot of these words, but that's okay. I wanted to have more of a variety of words without just those letters before it. EY does come after other letters also, but our focus for this class is for your brain to recognize EY as a unit. It's learning to identify it as an E sound at the end of words. So our sounds are P, L, E, F, E, pleffy, pleffy. Make sure it's not pleffery, pleffy, pleffy. Yeah? Try number 3 over here on your own. So we know that this E is going to make it short sound eh. This EY is our reading rule for the day. EY says E. Our sounds are eh, t, E. Etty. Etty. Now just for fun, what would that word have said with only one T? Now this E has another vowel 2 doors away, so it has to say its long sound. Now what would it have said? E-T. E-T. What would, actually, yeah, what would number 3 over here say? So we have a E, Emmy, Emmy. What would it have said with one M? Emy, Emy. Very good. So now speaking of just one consonant after the vowel, let's get some more practice with that. Try number 4. Actually, I'm going to do number 4 with you. So here, okay, this E is going to say eh because of the tap 2 rule. Here we have that first E that's going to say E now because it has another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. And this is a grapheme, this EE that we learned last week, I believe, that our subconscious is learning to pick up as a single unit that just says E. Same with this. It's a one grapheme that just says E. They both say E. They are just different spellings. This one says E, usually in the middle, sometimes at the end, sometimes at the beginning, usually in the middle. And this one says E at the end. So our sounds are F, E, M, P, L, E, N, E. Let's grab just one sound at a time. Fr, fre, frem, fremp, fremple, fremply, frempline, fremplini, fremplini. This R right here and this L right here are going to be the 2 letters that are going to be more challenging to make sure that they are in the right spot. So just read those 2 spots, those 2 letters with intention, and you'll get it. Fremplini. Fremplini. Now try this one over here without me. Make sure you grab the N. That's going to be the one that's going to want to slip away. I'll give you a few more seconds on this one. It's a doozy. But you're brilliant, so you can do it. So this E is going to say eh because of the tap 2 rule. This EE and this EY both say E, just spelled differently because where they are in the word. So our sounds are P, U, E, N, T, E, N, D, E. Now that's a lot of sounds. So to keep them in order, I like to do successive blending. We have pull, ple, plen, plent. Be careful you don't say plenty. There's no E there after the T. It's just T. Plenter, plentry, plentrine, plentrined, plentrindy, plentrindy. Now, how did you do on plentrindy? Would you put a Y, you got it, or A almost in the Q&A for plentrindy? Nice. Plentrindy. I bet you really did almost get it. Those of you who have an A in there, A for almost, I bet you really were really close. Plentrindy. Would you like me to do one of these with you? Go ahead and put what number you want in the Q&A. These extra practice words. All right, number 4 is first. Let's go for it. I'm going to let you try it on your own, and then I'll come after you and do it with you. Okay, don't let an R come in after the T. Make sure that your lips don't pucker into that R shape right there. It's going to be tempting the way your mouth is shaped from the T to the next sound. All right, so we have this EE says E. This E is going to say because those 2 consonants after it. This EY also says E. They both follow the tap 2 rule. This one does and this one does. So we have ch, E, k, O, S, T, E. Now we have all of the sounds in our brain. Now the only object is to get them in the right order. Let's do successive blending. Chi, cheek, cheekle, cheekle, cheekless, cheeklest, cheeklesty, cheeklesty. How did you do on that one? Y or A? Yes or almost for cheeklesty? I am dying to know. K. Wow. Nice. Okay. All right. Number 8 was also a request. Go ahead and try number 8, my friends. You've got this. I believe in you. You can do it. Be careful that no consonants slip in after that F. This is going to be the tricky letter to read. Focus on that spot. Okay. This E says EE says E, EY says E. We have P, O, M, P, E, F, E. One at a time. Pull, ple, plem, plemp, plemper, plempry, plempreef, plempreefy, plempreefy. Now, how did you do on that one? That had an L and an R in it. Plempreefy. Holy smokes. I'm just impressed with anybody that got a Y. It's about half and half. Y's and A's on that one. I'm going to pick the last one for you. Would you do the word number 9? Try number 9. You've got it, don't you? You're feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty confident? Let's see how we're doing. So this E is going to say E because there's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. This E will say eh because there's not a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. EY says E. O, E, P, E, N, S, T, E. Lipensty. Lipensty. How did you do on that one? Lipensty. Yay. Lipensty. Yay, Rowan. Lipensty. All right. I want you to do number 10 just to send you off. Try number 10 just before you go. You might not even need your pencil on this one. You might be able to work it all out with just your mind. Yeah? Because you can tell that this E is going to say eh because of those 2 F's, and you're learning your reading hack for the day is that says E. So you have sh, eh, f, E, chefy, chefy. Please give me a Y or an A for chefy. How did we do on that one? There we go. That's a lot of Y's. Nice. Now that word might not have been easy for you 30 minutes ago, but it is now. Now you know why EY says E. It's going to come at the end of multisyllable words, and it follows the tab 2 rule. And often it's going to come after an LL, an N, or a K. Sometimes other letters like you saw in today's lesson. But your subconscious has now learned to recognize that when you see EY, it simply says E. Same thing as just a regular Y at the end. Okay, let's see. What are we learning next time? Holy smokes, we are in the middle of February in E month. We're going to be learning... I think I'm going to let it be a surprise. Otherwise, I'll just go down the rabbit hole and I want to explain so much about it. But don't forget to come if you can, because we have a lot of important things to learn. I'm happy that you make the time to come. Watch the recordings if you have to, but I'm so happy to have you live. Thanks for making the time to come. We'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.